Here's some more breaking news out of Canberra now relating to the government's work on religious discrimination laws. Our political editor, Andrew Clennell, has more for us. Andrew, what have we learned from Labor's caucus meeting this morning?
Well, the suggestion from the PM in that meeting, Ash, that religious discrimination law changes the government was considering, promised at the election, may not go ahead. Anthony Albanese said the government is considering two pieces of draft legislation relating to religious discrimination, but said they won't be proceeding unless there is bipartisan support, according to a caucus spokesman. He says now is not the time for this kind of drawn-out debate, and I guess you can look at what's happening around the world in connection with that. Now, the PM told caucus that he'd reached out to the opposition leader, Peter Dutton, on this, and is waiting to hear back on the opposition's position. He says in relation to the bills, one relates to protecting the rights of schools to hire on the basis of faith, while also protecting students' rights. We are expecting the release on Thursday by the Attorney-General of a report from the Australian Law Reform Commission about these proposed changes in the laws, but they could be killed stone dead, with the PM declaring, like the government has on aged care in recent weeks, they won't be doing anything without bipartisan support. Perhaps these things are going into the too hard basket, Ash. Michaelia Cash is the Shadow Attorney-General. She spoke about this on Sunday Agenda on the weekend. The Prime Minister in caucus referenced her comments, Ash. He said, judging on Michaelia Cash's comments on the weekend, we might not be getting bipartisan support in relation to these issues. Have a listen.
I am hearing very concerning things from stakeholders. The government has literally told the majority of stakeholders they are not being consulted. Those they are consulting, get this, Andrew, people of faith, they have been gagged from saying anything. I'm also hearing the government wants to rush through these changes without an inquiry. That is completely, totally and utterly unacceptable.
So, Ash, they waited for the Dunkley by-election before coming forward with these two contentious proposals, aged care reform and charging more for stays in aged care, and changes to religious discrimination laws. They promised reform in both areas, but now they appear to be saying, the government, that if they don't get bipartisan support, nothing will be happening in these difficult policy areas.